Okay, welcome back. This is another installment of the Gastro Together series for my gastronomy class this summer. It is another, what's this called? Sensory evaluation. And shout out to Dr. McMillan because this is like the most fun class I have ever taken in my entire life. And I'm kind of bummed that we're not taking it on campus because I think that would kind of elevate the experience just a tiny bit. But anyways, we are evaluating sort of like a mixed dish today. And so I don't really eat too many mixed dishes. Every now and then I'll allow James to make me a casserole, but it's just not my jam. I like my foods to be highly separated. But I'm gonna do one of my favorite salads, and it involves this bag salad, which is the Southwest salad. And this particular one from Walmart, the Market Side brand, is the one that I love the most. So I do that, and I add some ground beef. I am going to, inside the salad, it actually comes with a little bit of cheese. That's not enough cheese. And it also comes with tortilla strips. And of course, if you're on the low carb train, you're not gonna eat the tortilla strips. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it is 5:11 p.m. and I have not eaten a single morsel of food today. So I can afford the carbs that come in those that tiny little package of tortilla strips that I'm gonna half with my husband. So I'm gonna eat them today. I don't always eat them. And then it comes with a, like, what is the dressing that it comes with? It's like a, does it say on here? It's a chipotle dressing. It doesn't have any more specifics than that. And because it's not enough cheese for me, ever, I add my own cheddar cheese to it. So I'm gonna assemble this, and then we're gonna be right back, and we're gonna taste it, and we're gonna evaluate it. Okay, so here is the salad all put together, and now we're gonna attempt to evaluate this. I don't know how. Usually we're evaluating like one food. And now that we have a combination of foods, and that's gonna make it a little bit tricky. But let's just start with the odor. Oh, it smells, okay, sorry, I just tasted it on my finger. Getting ahead of myself. So it smells, I don't wanna say spicy, because it doesn't have that like hot, but like maybe tangy is the word. It smells, it definitely has a tangy flavor, which I'm scent, which I'm guessing comes from the chipotle dressing. And I can smell the meatiness of the ground beef, of course. I don't really have any other flavors that, or oh my gosh, scents that come through. Scents, odors, smells. Nothing else is really coming through to me. James, you have anything to add to the odor part?
I can smell the vegetable.
You can? I don't really smell it. Yeah, I don't smell.
It's subdued compared to the rest of it, but I smell definitely vegetation.
I think the salad dressing, vegetation. I think the salad dressing like overpowers everything, which is great because it's my favorite part. And like I mentioned, I like the one from Walmart brands the most, and it's because different Southwest salad mixes have different dressings in them, and this one is the only one I found that has the chipotle dressing in it, and that one's like my favorite dressing. So anyway, the appearance, I don't know, it looks, well, from this perspective it looks bumpy for sure, because there's a lot of things just kind of like mixed in there, and it's kind of like hills and valleys and things of food. It definitely looks just like textured. Like you can look at it and you can tell, like it's not like a soup where it's just a uniform something. I wouldn't call a soup textured. It's kind of like watery. It just is like a uniform presentation for the most part, right? This is, it just has texture to it. It's also colorful. So I've got greens and browns and yellows and oranges. And you can even, I don't know if it comes through on camera, but like there's some purples or blues from those tortilla chips that I sprinkled into there. So it's very colorful, and the dressing itself has some red specks in it. Probably the chipotle peppers, right? So it's very colorful. And I don't necessarily think that it looks appetizing, but it doesn't matter because it tastes so good. It looks crunchy. and I can attest that it is crunchy. Sorry, I guess I should be holding it to the camera. But you have pieces like this one that look crunchy, and they definitely are. Let's see. Oh, see, there's some more purple. There's even some purple cabbage in there. Texture, appearance.
It also looks wet.
Wet?
Get the wet meat, the wet vegetation,
yeah.
that wet sauce.
Okay, as James pointed out, and I will say, it also has like a wet appearance to it, from both the meat, which is juicy, and of course the salad dressing on top of it, kind of like adding to the wetness factor of it. And I try to disagree with that, because I think of like, when I think of wet, I think of something like a soup, of course, and this is definitely not like that, but it's okay. And it has like a creaminess factor to it. Again, from the dressing. Okay, I think it's time to bite into this. That's definitely my favorite still. Okay, so it has the tanginess and the flavor and a little kick of spice, so it's a little spicy. It's like there's like so many flavors going on right now. You definitely taste the greens, which are just kind of like earthy, kind of like almost like dirt, but like a delicious dirt. I think it's just an earthy flavor, right? You can definitely taste the greens in there. Get like the chipotle flavor that has the tang with it, and then I get the delicious ground beef, but I also get the cheesiness because I added that extra cheese to it. So like I said, there are just so many flavors in here, and I don't even know like where to go with it besides it's delicious. It's not a strong flavor, so it's not like overwhelming, but the dressing just kind of overtakes everything else. Like, I know, overtakes and overwhelming. It's not overwhelming, like it's not too much to handle, but it is the preliminary taste. There you go. I can affirm that it is crunchy, just like it looks. And that's from some of the crunchy greens that are in there, plus the tortilla strips. And it's also kind of light, which I don't think I would have expected in something that is topped in ground beef, but it just has a light feeling to it. Is there anything else that I can think about, that I can say about this? Unless you guys just want a mukbang, but I don't watch mukbangs because I'm kind of like, this is a little bit weird, but you know what, here we are. Anything to add, James?
Well, I would think that meat and lettuce by themselves don't really go together. They would be two sharply different tastes. And that chipotle sauce is a way of like bridging the two. It kind of tones down the saltiness of the meat and makes it a little more tangy sweet. And at the same time, it adds flavor to the lettuce, making it kind of like one more of a seamless, unified taste. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I didn't really talk about how it all kind of goes together. So yeah, like you said, like we know that the meat on its own is salty because this is like leftover meat. Like I said, we know that the meat on its own is salty because this is leftover meat from something else that we ate earlier in the week. And it does have like a salty flavor. It's got cumin and chili powder and salt and pepper in it when it was browned up. And so the meat itself is salty, but the saltiness does not come through in this dish. And so the salad dressing and the lettuce kind of like, they all work together to kind of bring it into a really good flavor combination. The package doesn't recommend adding ground beef, and so I used to eat this salad as just a side dish. And I don't really know what told me to put the ground beef on it, but I am so glad that I did, because that's the best. And if they want some marketing advice, they should just recommend to people that they crumble the ground beef on top of that. So yeah, all in all, this is really good. It fits a lot of different categories, which I think
we talked about, it's really hard to kind of do an assessment of a combination dish. But yes. But I don't know what, but it was good.
Yummy, yucky, or just okay?
This is definitely yummy. Trying to think if there's anything. I have like a little cheat sheet off camera, and I'm trying to think if there is anything that I did not assign to it that would fit, and I'm trying to think of something. Maybe zesty. It's a little bit zesty. Zesty and tangy. What's the difference?
Isn't zesty more like a lemon zest? Like a lemon
I
sharp?
think so, but I don't know if tangy is quite the word either. I think it's like an in-between.
I think it's tangy.
Okay, we'll go with tangy though. Just because that's what I said originally.
The sauce and the meat combination is definitely rich. I mean, I don't find it that subdued, like you said.
I don't get rich out of it.
I got better taste buds, so.
He does not have better taste buds than me. I had to teach him how to drink water, so here we are.
That's nothing to do with taste, it's more about texture.
Okay, one last drink. Okay, one last bite just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Oh, that's great. Would you say with the dressing and the moisture on the lettuce, it was kind of shiny?
No.
No?
Yeah, I think we got it all in there.
And there you go.
So yeah, that is one of our go-to meals, the Southwest salad with ground beef on top. Make it a whole meal instead of a side dish. And that will conclude this video. Thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Evaluate your own foods.